ready to start developing your resume, the first thing you want to do is brainstorm content. Things that you want to consider are your work history, your skills and experiences, including internships, volunteer experience, and club and organization involvement. You also may want to look into your class projects as well. Major sections of your resume should include your contact information at the top, followed by your education, work, or other experience, and possibly even a skills section. You always want to include the most important relevant information at the top, such as your contact information and your education. You always also want to tailor your resume to reflect how you fit the needs of the position and highlight those skills more than any others. As far as style and format goes, you probably want to use the reverse chronological order, as it is the most common resume style. Bullet points are also very useful, and you want to make your statements in action-verb form when writing your descriptions. You want to avoid complete sentences when at all possible and emphasize your accomplishments and outcomes. Be consistent with fonts and formatting, and try to stick to a one-page resume unless you can fill 2 full pages with relevant information.
You need to organize your thoughts and the information you're going to include. You want this to be an easy-to-read letter. Look at sample cover letters, but use the cover letters just to give you an idea of what kinds of things to include. There's some specific components you want to keep in your cover letter, and that all good cover letters have these components. First, you start off with an opening paragraph or an introductory paragraph. This is where you want to grab the attention of the employer. This is where you explain why you're writing to them, what job are you applying for specifically, and why are you interested in that job. You're trying to let them know why you're interested and really get their attention and make them want to keep reading that letter. The body paragraph is where you really go to town in explaining why you're just a great candidate for this job. You need to effectively communicate the skills and experiences that you have that are going to make you an excellent candidate for this job. In order to do this, take a look at your past experiences and use some examples from those past experiences that demonstrate those skills and experiences that you have. This is what's really going to sell you to the employer. The closing paragraph, or the conclusion to the letter, is where you want to compel that employer to act. Ideally, you'd love to have them call and set up an interview with you. So invite them to follow up, make it easy for them, provide a phone number, let them know this is what I would like to do. And be sure at the end, thank them for considering you as an applicant for the job. This is a nice professional ending to the letter. You want to take a look at making sure your cover letter is concise, easy to read. Keep it to 1 page. 1 page is pretty standard, and that's enough for them to read to get an idea of who you are. Remember to use a professional tone of voice. If your cover letter is too casual in its tone of voice, it's not going to sound like you're serious about the job, or some employers might be turned off by that. So be sure and keep that in mind when you're writing your letter. Organized, easy to read, easy to follow. You want transitions between paragraphs to make sense. If this letter's choppy, if the employer can't tell what it is you're trying to say and they're really struggling to figure out your ideas, they're not going to